again, more weakness here on Bitcoin. Is it now time for us to accept the fact that we may need to pull back to lower price points? We've spoken over the last kind of week or so that there is support sitting at 57K. Maybe we're going to have to pull back even down towards 50K. But right now, we saw over the last kind of 24 hours, Bitcoin tried to bounce. It tried to bounce from key support, but it's just giving it back up again in this flash crash. What is causing this flash crash? Should we get ready for lower price points? I'm going to break that down. I'm just here on a stroll, trying to enjoy the nice weather here in London for a change. But then I opened the chart and I was like, oh man, that is nasty. So let's get straight into the charts. Take a look at this, guys. So Bitcoin here bounced really nicely off support. This was the bounce we saw. We saw altcoins respond really nicely to this on the 4-hourly chart, right? In fact, we're even at this point starting to work signs, early signs, but we did, and I even tweeted this out, working pattern for a head and shoulders pattern. But that's all been given up here on this big flash dump. Markets do not fundamentally want to hold on to risk going into the weekend. They don't want to hold the risk going into the weekend because they're a bit nervy about the markets. We're seeing it dump now here. You can see this dump to the downside here on Bitcoin. And the question now is, how much lower? The worrying sign we now have is we keep forming lower highs. Let me show that for you guys. Lower high, right? Then another one. Lower again, and even this one here lower. Lower highs is not a good look, guys. We cannot be persevering with these lower highs. We're going to be in a downward trend. The other thing to pay close attention to is this, the 4-hourly EMA ribbon. In fact, if I zoom up to the daily chart, and again, you're going to have to excuse me for the mess on my phone here. It's a very small display. But I just want you to understand what's going on. The pump we had yesterday has just been nullified by the EMA ribbon. Let me get zoomed in for you guys. Take a look at this, right? Look at yesterday's pump, a green candle, right? This ran into our EMA ribbon, and now we're just getting rejected by the EMA ribbon. So all that 3% yesterday has been given up now here today. And the question now is, should we be sensible and get ready for lower price points, right? Is that the mission operandi? Well, you guys will be familiar with this pattern here, right? This is the wedge I showed you guys. Is it any surprise that when we get to the top of the wedge that we're getting pushed to the downside? No, it shouldn't be any surprise. We're still in a consolidation period. And now the question is, will it want to come down all the way to the bottom of this wedge at that 57.5 level? Also, keep in mind this pattern we were in as well, right? We're trying here to bounce from the bottom and work our way to the top. But if we lose this, guys, if we fall off the cliff here, please be prepared for 51,000 here. That is where support lies, guys. This is the support we've got in the charts. Failing that, we come down to 45K. So please, guys, don't have any false expectations of this market right now. And fundamentally, that's the message I want to share with you, right? Whenever the market is green, everybody has this tendency to get super bullish. And whenever the market is red, they get super bearish. And I think the reality is we need to keep a calm mind. We need to keep ourselves in that middle ground where we're not getting too excited, but equally we're not getting too panicked, because the answer is always in between. When the market's super green, we enjoy our profits, we enjoy the market, and we try to keep doing our DCAs. But when the market dips, it should be the same. We should be sitting there panicking, looking to sell everything because Bitcoin might fall to 50. Let's face it, right now with Bitcoin sat at 60,000, who are the only people in the red right now? The only people in the red right now are those who are FOMOing in on green candles. Those who are buying at 61 or above. So the majority of holders of Bitcoin fundamentally are in a good position right now. What you will start to see happen is a transition from the weak hands into the stronger hands. Who are the weak hands? The weak hands are those who bought into the hype, who bought at all-time highs, who bought at 70, 71, $74,000. They're going to now panic, right? They're going to see their portfolio down, because imagine you bought at 74,000, you're sitting at 60,000 now, and you're falling down towards 55. You're going to feel it. They're going to sell to the more patient people who have been in the market for a longer period of time, who will snap up those DCAs like me, right? I've got a little bit of cash on the sidelines. I'm ready to buy the dip. If we get down to that 57 level, I'm nibbling. If we get down to 55, I'm buying some more. If we see 50K again, guys, I got to be loading the boat up, right? 50K Bitcoin after the halving, after the Bitcoin spot ETFs with, eventually get us getting interest rate cut as well. Me personally, of course, not financial advice, I'm topping up, right? But those weak hands have to sell. That fear has to come back in the market. That capitulation has to happen before we're ready for our next leg up. So yes, this consolidation is frustrating. If you've been in crypto for a while, you're kind of used to it. It's exactly these consolidation which shakes out the unfocused minds Unfocused minds never make money, guys. Unfocused minds are always, they're like a bee just looking to go to the next tree. They're never happy with the one they're in. One day, for 3 months they're doing Bitcoin, then they're doing e-commerce, then they're doing dropshipping, then they're doing OnlyFans. Who knows what they're doing, right? They're always just changing things up all the time because they can't focus on one thing. So you guys out there, if you've been in crypto for a while, whether you've just started, see the course, understand the rhythm and the cycle. Right? Look at the S&P if you don't believe in crypto. Look at the traditional markets like the S&P. Up and down, bull and boom markets, fine. But overall, over time, the chart is just up and exponential to the sky. Had you have just invested and sat back and played it patient, you'd be fine. And if you find yourself not having time to understand crypto, if you can't get into the nitty gritty like I managed to do because I've got time to spend in the charts, then just keep it basic. Invest what you're willing to lose, DCA, just go a really basic approach. You don't have to complicate it if you don't have the time to study the markets. If you have time to study the markets, if you can do fundamental analysis, if you can learn technical analysis, even better, you're going to get an upper hand. But if you don't have the time, just be honest and just say, you know what, I'm going to keep it simple. Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe one other altcoin, slow and patient, going to DCA, keep it simple, every month pop in this amount, regardless if the market's green or red, and just see the course. Fundamentally, I want to be involved in this next bull market. I want to be involved in this next leg up of Bitcoin from 60,000 up towards 100,000 and whatever's next. If you want to trade with me, we've just hit 3 TPs today, actually. 3 take profits have been hit in our Telegram group. ijazcrypto.com/TG. So whilst I'm roaming in the park, chilling, enjoying the sun, we're hitting take profits. Over 10, 12 and 14% spot trades, long only. And just the first take profit, remember there's still a TP2 and a TP3 with the way I trade in the Telegram group. Join us, ijazcrypto.com/TG. Thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.